DeFi summer is back. Everybody is investing into decentralized finance, including Donald Trump's own crypto project. Now, Chainlink can profit from this enormously. And the big question that we pose in this video is, does it still make sense to buy Chainlink at the current levels? We're going to look at data most people aren't looking at. We are going to look at the buyers and sellers. We're going to look behind the price action to see what's driving the current buying and selling. Now, we're currently at $29.35. And the price per Link token more than doubled in the last month. It went up by 128%, while Bitcoin at the same time appreciated by only 17%. Now, what is Chainlink all about? Where is the adoption? What is actually Chainlink used for? People say the word Oracle, but what does this mean? Blockchains are isolated environments. You cannot get any data from outside into the blockchain unless you've got some kind of a data bridge. Now, Chainlink is that data bridge. For example, if you have a platform where you offer borrowing and lending, and you have to estimate how much is the capital worth, how much are the assets worth that are currently deposited in order to then allow a loan against that collateral. If you've got such a platform, it's very, very important to have timely updates around the value of that collateral. So for example, platforms like this, Aave. You can borrow various cryptocurrencies over here, including the Link token, by the way. And why would anybody borrow a token instead of just straight up buy it? It's maybe for interest rate arbitrage. It's maybe for shorting a token. There's various reasons. But what's important here for this platform to work is to actually know whenever you deposit something, let's say you've got wrapped Bitcoin and you supply your wrapped Bitcoin, you supply say 100k worth of wrapped Bitcoin, then the platform needs to know that that wrapped Bitcoin is really worth 100k, and it needs to know whenever the value drops, say by 50%, that then you cannot loan suddenly 200k against that collateral. And so price feeds of other cryptocurrencies is one of the products that Chainlink provides. They're also working on other things, right? Like tokenization of real world assets, etc. Now, here's one of the major questions with any altcoin that's highly technical, that has a lot of development behind it. What we see over here is the token supply over time. We see how much the token supply inflates over time, how much more supply hits the market. Now, this is important because as supply expands, the demand has to expand to the same degree. Otherwise, the price, of course, goes down. There's a maximum of 1 billion Link tokens, and currently we've got 55% of that supply floating. 44% is still in team managed wallets. So the team over time is obviously also cashing out. Now, the main question with any altcoin investment is always, are we beating Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is the least volatile of the cryptocurrencies, it's the least risky of the cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin is highly correlated to all kinds of altcoins. So if with an altcoin we cannot outperform Bitcoin, then why take on that additional risk? More risk should mean more return. And so what we've got over here is the long-term Link price relative to Bitcoin. And from its launch up until 2020, Link outperformed Bitcoin massively by more than 3,000%. That then turned around when the team took profit, and from the top to the current price, it underperformed by roughly 80%. Now, what is this red line over here? It's the point in time where the team managed wallets did not increase in their supply, where the vesting unlocks have finished. And so we can clearly see that once that has finished, we don't necessarily see the underperformance anymore. Again, it's very important to look at expanding supplies. The supply currently isn't expanding. And so for the Link price to now outperform Bitcoin, we should of course see more usage over time. Now, what we've got over here are the recent fee and revenue developments of Link. It's not necessarily growing. It's pretty stable at around 10k US dollars per day. Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics. There are roughly 700,000 holders of the Link token on the Ethereum chain. And what we've got over here is the number of retail investors versus mega whale investors. So the wallets on the left have at least 300 Link tokens. At the current price, that's roughly $10,000 worth of the token. This is over time increasing, and it's roughly 1/10 of all the holders on the Ethereum chain. For the chart in the middle, we go at 10x, so that's now $100,000 worth of Link. For the chart on the right, it's another 10x, so that's now $1 million worth of Link. There are more than 1,000 Chainlink millionaires. Isn't that impressive? But at the same time, we do see how attention for the Chainlink token comes in waves. And that attention is correlated with decentralized finance usage. Have a look at the number of buyers and sellers over time. This peaked in February of 2021, then came down again, and now it starts to grow again, quicker than last time. And have a look at the usage of decentralized finance over time. This is the total value locked across all chains, across all protocols in DeFi Llama, and it peaked in 2021. Not in February, but half a year later, but still. We're now seeing a recovery of that DeFi activity. Of course, what happened over here was the Terra Luna collapse and the FTX collapse. This is where crypto as a whole shrunk. Now, here's the thing. Recently, the altcoins are having a very nice run. What we've got over here is the others dominance. So how much of all of crypto is currently in the altcoins that are not in the top 10? And within a month, this went up by roughly 25%. A lot of money from traditional finance is finally flowing into crypto again. The stablecoin market cap tends to rise. It's even accelerating recently. And that's happening since the beginning of October of last year. What we see over here, that's the Terra Luna collapse. This is the Anchor protocol going bust. This is when UST depegged. It started the bear market where also FTX imploded, and then we saw the turnaround at the beginning of October of last year. And now we really see money coming in. All of crypto is going up. This is the bull run. The issue is that especially for the people that just recently start out, most people tend to buy the things that just recently went up. Most people simply buy the things where currently a lot of attention is. But the art in crypto, I believe, is to buy the things before everybody looks at it. Because once, especially the very risky tokens, they are already large, then we mainly see profit taking. For example, here, this is the largest meme coins in the pump.fun ecosystem. So that's the launchpad of meme coins on Solana. And just have a look at this, right? This is the performance in the last 7 days. Most of those tokens went down. It's about buying tokens before they become large. For example, over here, this is the GOAT token. It's currently at 70 cents. And I tried to be early on this channel, right? I published a video when it was still at 24 cents. And so this is what this channel is all about, right? It's trying to identify tokens that have positive momentum, a lot of organic growth, but at the same time that still have the 2, 3, 4, 5x potential. And so if you want to be early next time, feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly. Now, how do I find tokens like GOAT early? Why am I so confident that tokens like this can go higher? The answer is wallet tracking. So the blockchain is 100% transparent, and we can have a look at what are other people doing. For example, over here, right? This is a signal today. We see how influencer CryptoGains bought the agent token for 0.035 cents. That was over here. Afterwards, the price went up by 120%. Then, of course, subsequently, it still went down. It's still up since the purchase. But that's how the game works, right? You want to buy tokens that currently have momentum. You want to take profit very early, and you want to buy the things that other influencers buy. You want to buy the things that insiders are buying. You want to buy the things that other top traders are buying. Now here's that influencer, that CryptoGains influencer. He's currently got more than 130,000 subscribers. He's reaching the 140K, and through on-chain analytics, we found a lot of his wallets. We've got 55 of his wallets that we are tracking, where we get alerts whenever he buys or sells something. And so I just had a look at his recent video. This AI agent crypto will 100% make people millions. That's the Strawberry token. So that's published just 19 hours ago when the price was at 26 cents. And we got our alert that CryptoGains bought the token for 17 cents. And so subsequently, the price went up by 215%. But surprise, surprise, once the video hits YouTube, it's already too late. We did see quite a correction subsequently. So have a look at this, right? This is actually 17 hours ago, right? This is the top at 11 p.m. Now it's 4 p.m. And this video was published 19 hours ago, but that doesn't really match with the price. So the video was published somewhere when the price was already here. So something happened between recording of the price and publishing of the video on YouTube. And so here's potentially what happened, right? It's just a guess, but probably CryptoGains bought the token. He found it very interesting for whatever reason. He then potentially talked about this in his premium community. Then some of his people might find the token interesting as well, right? It might have been a recommendation to buy, but it's simply just a mention potentially in that community. A lot of his followers buy the token and they're pushing up the price further and further. And once the YouTube video hits, that's then when they tend to sell. That's probably why we see the recent decline. And so that just shows how much power there is in wallet tracking. With wallet tracking, we can be among the very early buyers. We can buy directly with the influencers, with the insiders, before all of those other people buy in. It's really about getting an edge in crypto. It's really about learning more than others. It's figuring out the data that most people are too lazy to compile or that don't have the capacity to compile. Now, I talk now a lot about the single influencer, but it's actually not just crypto gains that we're looking at. For example, check this out. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. When they talk about a token in a video and thousands of people watch that video, of course this generates attention. Of course this pushes up the price. And so, of course, we also have some of their wallets. We've got 33 that we are tracking. Well, have a look at this. This is Alex Becker, 1.5 million subscribers. And we've got 12 of his wallets. I really believe this is the way to make money in crypto. It's not drawing random lines on charts, etc. It's getting an information edge. It's working for that information edge. And so that's why I created a tutorial course just on how to find influencer wallets, how to then set up alerts for those influencers, and how to then also interpret the signals that we get from the alerts. It's 8 videos in total, and it's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Now, I do not pump and dump on this audience, right? We are just trying to find information edge outside of the community. Now, premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about backtesting indicators. It's also about risk mitigation, portfolio diversification, on-chain analytics. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total. Once we have a wallet signal, we of course also have to discuss when should we buy, when should we sell. We have to compare our on-chain analytics. That's why we've got the dedicated chats on the individual altcoins as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't learn anything, just message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. The central question for a mega token like Chainlink is, how much more upside potential is there really? Are there any kind of comparables that we can use to say, is there another 2x, 3x, 4x? How much more outperformance versus Bitcoin is achievable? Now, we've already looked at this relative valuation chart. When we just take the prior top, then we have a potential outperformance of 466%. Now, this is probably not very realistic because the supply expanded during the time, but still more than a 5x relative to Bitcoin is probably not that likely. Let's have a look at the market cap of other oracles, right? Of other data providers for blockchains. Chainlink is very far at number 1. It's got more than 4 times the market cap of BitTensor, more than 10 times the market cap of PIF. And that makes sense. This is a very monopolistic market. The reason why the data oracle market concentrates towards one winner and why new entrants have such a hard time is because the data is that important. The validity of the data is super important. If Chainlink was to provide the wrong data to a DeFi project like Aave, just temporarily, then the entire DeFi project, the entire borrowing and lending platform could be drained 100%. And so when there's a data oracle that's got a good track record, then why not simply overpay for that security? Why take on all the risk for a new provider that might in the end drain all the funds? That's why I don't see any future where Chainlink will lose its pole position. Also within DeFi, Chainlink is simply the largest of the altcoins. It's got double the size of the largest decentralized exchange. It's got 3 to 4 times the size of Aave, the leading borrowing and lending platform. And after that comes pretty much nothing worth mentioning. So really, a bet on Chainlink is not necessarily that much a bet on technical developments. It's more a bet on all of crypto going up. It's more a bet of all of DeFi going up. It's mainly the macro exposure that's driving the price. Yes, there is some upside versus Bitcoin because the token inflation is pretty much zero now. But I don't think it's reasonable to expect to Chainlink to make a 10x versus the rest of crypto while Bitcoin is simply going sideways. I think that Chainlink is simply already too large for that. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.